tell a story about the first time that I met you. And Bruce and I came to San Francisco, and we were visiting, and you offered to let us use your car. I think it was, maybe it was even I don't know if it was the 240Z or if it was another car. So anyway, we had your car, and we were cruising around San Francisco, and we went down by the pier, and just doing some sightseeing, enjoying ourselves. We were just newly in love, Bruce and I, so we weren't married yet or anything, and it was just a chance for me to meet you and meet some other folks in the family. And we were heading back, and we got back to the car, and it was your car, and the back window was broke out, and so some of Bruce's stuff was stolen, and we were pretty surprised. We drive home thinking, oh man, here we borrow a car and the window gets broken, and brought it back to you, and the very first thing you said was anybody hurt? And nobody was hurt, and you said, let's open a bottle of champagne, because nobody was hurt, and so let's celebrate that. And I think that's a real measure of your character, and I tell people this story a lot to describe my father-in-law. So happy birthday, Irv.
I just want to know what you thought of my dad's talk.
Well, I talked to your dad after his speech, and I let him know what I honestly thought, and I thought that he outdid himself. I thought he was marvelous. I thought he gave a wonderful presentation, and I told him, I said, so I honestly think you did, and he told me that I wouldn't say anything that wasn't honest, so I appreciate that too. But he gave a fine speech from the heart, and that is totally appreciated by all present.
What did you think of your grandpa's talk?
I thought it was really informative, and I learned a lot of stuff I didn't know about him. I really liked it.
John, what did you think of your grandpa's talk?
I found it very educational, and I found that it set a great example for how the future generations can act and carry out examples and things that they can do to help further their community, and also the economy, and also it helps younger children, especially African American children, realize that they can also become something. And instead of, before there was no leader for them that they were in common with, and they couldn't say, hey, you know, I can be that guy, or I can be anything I want, I can be the president. It was just a bunch of, you know, white old men. Now there's an African American leader, and these young children can think, hey, you know, I'm like him, I'm African American, or I'm another ethnicity, maybe I can be president. Before they had no hope to do anything like that, and I think from Grandpa's help, and from helping just from the beginning to help even Barack become president in the end, it's just a great thing to have done, and I greatly appreciate it.
So you think he changed the world? Did your grandpa change the world?
One step at a time, as one person could. I think he did a great job. I don't think he could have done much more. He sure did a lot more than many other people did.
Yeah.
So yes,
Good, thanks.
I do.
Tell me, what did you think about Grandpa's speech? Did you like it? Did you learn anything?
It was good, I guess.
It was.
What did you find most interesting?
That they got put in jail.
Yeah. What did you think about the jail experience?
Jail-like.
Did you feel like you could feel what he felt like to go to jail?
I'm not sure.
Not sure.
I don't know.
Had you ever heard of civil rights before? And did it mean something to you now hearing about the civil rights that your grandpa was involved with?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. And Max, what
Well,
about you?
I think hearing about the movement from Grandpa Irv definitely gave the whole movement a more personal side for me, feeling more connected to, you know, part of our history.
Yes, good. Okay. And Linda, would you like to say anything?
So I remember too, I remember growing up at that time and seeing a lot of things on TV or reading about them, but it's much more immediate to hear anyone's personal story from something that's happened. And I think the other piece too is that the story causes us to not take for granted a lot of what we have today. So I think people tend to look around and think, oh, things have always been this way, and they really haven't.
Stephen, would you like to?
Oh, well, one of the things I thought about was actions and marches and things I was in. And knowing that marches and actions are still going on, I saw a lot of people, and many of my friends were involved in the No on Proposition 8 and some of the response rallies that happen afterwards, so I know things are still going on. So it's nice to hear someone from a generation who's older than I am and tell his experiences. And I recalled the experiences that I had when I was on various marches or protests, and then thinking about some of the friends I have who are now involved trying to still work on achieving civil rights equality.
Happy birthday, Irvin, and thank for this nice party. Thank you.
I mean, last Tuesday, where did you come in from?
I'm returning in Italy.
In Italy? You
Yes.
came all the way from Italy for this party.
Yes,
That's
of
pretty
course,
outstanding.
because it was a big event.
Yes,
Yes.
big important event.
Thank you so much.
Okay, well, thank you for your come here.
It was great to hear my grandpa talk about such an important event in his life. I'm very proud that he summoned the courage and was able to pursue his passion to do something that he really believed in, and I hope to live up to it as I grow older as well.
What did you think of my dad's speech?
I was riveted to his talk. I felt like I was reliving history in a sense. I'd seen presentations of the civil rights movement on television, but I felt like I was reliving it when I was hearing Irv talk, and knowing him as a friend, as I do, just brought it all home. So I really appreciated hearing it. I felt that what he gave was truly from his heart.
What did you think of your grandpa's speech?
I thought it was pretty good. It's really heartfelt, really kind of good experiences that he shared with us, and it's kind of amazing that still people are still alive that still were around that. So it's really like not that old, but it's good that you have people like him around.
I was really impressed with it. I think Grandpa, he's a good speaker. Sort of his experience, nobody, especially the grandkids, don't know too much about. It's kind of like he'll talk about it, like you'll be talking to him and he'll bring little like bits of it up. But then just for, I don't know, just for him to be able to talk about it for an hour, 2 hours, it gets everybody, it shows the whole story. And he's really impressive, good speaker, good. It was cool. I think Grandpa's got a lot to tell. He's a lot more experience than any of us really realize. This is a good way for him to express it, I think.
And that was a great party. I think you did great tonight with your presentation. It was awesome. Kind of wish I had brought some Kleenex for you. I was worried about you there on a few occasions, but you pulled through that well. It's really fun. Glad to be here and be part of it. And
what did you think about your grandpa's talk?
I thought it was really kind of amazing, like the history lesson in it, like mixed with his experience, like in the black and white segregation. It's kind of amazing. I didn't really respect that about him. Like I didn't know that about him, and now I do. So it's fun to watch, listen.